What's going on, you guys? Odie Matthews here, and today we are taking a look at the Minaal Carry-On 2.0. Alright, so as you can probably tell, I am in a different setting. This is a hotel room in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, my last video I did like a little weird travel vlog thing that I have no idea how to do a travel vlog, so it was kind of all over the place. But it said that I was going on a trip because my work was sending me away. I didn't have any videos on the back burner, so I purchased this bag, had it overnighted, took it with me to Minneapolis, and let me just say, before we even get into this review, this bag is insanely good. I love it so much. It's been just an absolute pleasure, treat, joy, if you will, to use. And I'm really excited to talk to you guys about it today. So with that, I guess we can just go ahead and dive into this bag, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the first thing about this bag is that when you get this bag, it's going to come with the rain fly, which you can store in a little zippered pocket. We saw this on the Wandered Perverkey pack where it had like a spot for the rain fly where it just kind of pops out. But this one pulls out and it has like a little hooks where you can leave it hooked in there if you want. They have like a tutorial video on this bag, and you can basically you can unhook this and you can store this wherever you wanted. But I found that with this pocket, this is literally the best place to put it because it's completely out of the way, takes up no space on the inside of the bag, and it's always there just in case you need it. And it's a really quick and easy thing to kind of like pull out. So it just fits over, and I'm just knocking this out of the way first because I figured I would forget to mention this because it's so out of the way down there that I didn't want to forget to mention this little beauty. So it does come with a rain fly. I'm just, like I said, just knocking this out first because I will probably forget to mention it if I don't do it first. So nice, easy, you know, if you get caught in a monsoon or a rainstorm or a snowstorm, which I have been experiencing up here. So that's always fun. This is a great little addition, and like I said, the fact that it just stows away, you know, at the bottom of the bag when you're done with it, you just can pretty simply, you know, just shoves right back up in there. Okay, the other thing I want to get out of the way before we talk about the company and the materials and all that good stuff is you'll notice on the back there are no backpack straps, and that's because when you get this bag, this is a little panel, and on the inside of this panel are the backpack straps. And what you do with this panel is you roll it up just like this. And I had to rewatch this video because I was like, where are my backpack straps? And why is there a weird black cover on my bag when I got this? And it just kind of, it'll tuck right up in there like that. And then these are the load lifting straps. They're magnetic. Love that feature. And these are really easy to adjust and they work super well. And then you have backpack. Now the reason why this has this like little cover and these straps can be put away is because they have on for an additional purchase, you can get like a strap and you can use it as like a sling bag or like a briefcase style bag. Now a lot of companies do that. The Topo Designs, you know, 40 liter and 30 liter travel bag was one of the ones that, you know, if you look at my review, that they have that strap. And in all those reviews, I say the same thing. I would never do that. This is a backpack. This is a comfortable backpack, which we'll get into. And this works really well as a backpack. I can't see this working as well for someone like me as a briefcase bag. So you could do that, but I don't know why you would do that, if that makes any sense. So personally, I think that if it works as a backpack, you should probably just stick with using it as a backpack. Okay, so Minaal is a company out of New Zealand, and their founders are Doug and Jimmy, two New Zealanders that got together and were like, hey, can we make an amazing bag? And like I said, this is the Carry-On 2.0, so they had a version 1 and then they improved upon it. I obviously never had the version 1. They also have a daily carry bag, which I plan on getting in the future to kind of review because, like I said, I really like this company. You know, I just kind of talked to them a little bit just because I always like to kind of reach out to the companies and be like, hey, I'm interested in reviewing your bag. Like, what do you think? And they were insanely amazing. I reached out and I was like, hey, I just bought this bag, but I'm leaving in like 2 days. Can I get it overnight? And they're like, yeah, no problem. We'll overnight it for you. No worries. And I was like, oh my God, it's so cool. So shout out to Hannah over at Minaal. She was amazing to work with. And they were sent over tips and videos and awesome things. And just two guys that came together and made such an amazing product. So that's kind of Minaal, and also they do a lot of give backs to, you know, environmental, which again, I love people that give back to the environment because I work for an environmental company. I've said that before, and I love companies that do that. I love companies that use materials that are healthy and good for the environment, eco-friendly. I think that's just amazing because it reduces the amount of waste and things that we put into our environment. It's just, that's awesome. So shout out to this New Zealand company, Minaal. They have so many cool products, and which we're going to get into. So let's dive into more about this bag. Okay, so the materials on this bag are a 600D nylon fabric augmented with 1000D nylon and high abrasion areas to extend your bag's lifespan. That is pulled directly from their website. Look, this material, I have a dog that sheds a lot. I've mentioned that before. That's why I usually travel. When I travel with him, I always have a lint roller because he will shed like crazy. So I had this on my bed and stuff, which if you go back and you watch my little vlog, you'll see, you know, I had it on my bed and it had dog hair, but this bag will gather a little bit of like dust and like dog hair and things like that, and human hair if you shed a lot, I guess. And it's really easy just to brush it off. I mean, it doesn't stick, it doesn't stay. Most of the time it falls by itself. I drove up here to Minnesota, so I have not got to experience this bag on a flight, but I've looked into it a lot and extensively, and this does fit under the seat in front of you, and it is carry-on compatible. It is a really good bag for travel in general. Now, driving with this bag, I stopped at hotels, and this thing was a pleasure to use at hotels because of the way it unpacks and how easy it is to pack back up, which again, you know, I'm just sizzling all this amazing stuff once we open the bag, which I promise we're getting to. This is probably gonna be my longest review yet because there's so much I want to say about this bag. These fabrics, like I said, they're just spot on. And with that, we also have YKK zippers, and all of these zippers, oh my gosh, all of these zippers, guys, let me just bring it close. Bring it close for a second. Zippers are important because they keep what's in your bag, and they keep your pockets closed. And these zippers and these zipper pulls are, I think, some of the best I've ever had in a bag. And I know that a lot of bags have YKK zippers, but I don't know what it is about these specifically that are just insanely good. Another quick note about the YKK zippers: for the main compartment and the laptop sleeve, they are lockable. So for those of you that like extra security on your valuables, which, look, I understand why people do lockable zippers, but if somebody wanted to steal stuff from your bag, they'd probably just steal the whole bag and take off running. So, I mean, I would just, you know, that's why I don't really bother with the lock, because if someone wants something out of my bag, they're probably just going to take the whole bag or cut it open. So, anyways, with that, let's start diving into the pockets and meat and potatoes of this bag. Okay, so first thing we will talk about the water bottle pocket. So I don't have a water bottle pocket, I don't have a water bottle in the water bottle pocket. Instead, I have my little Gorilla Pod that I brought with me because the second largest mall in America is apparently like 5 minutes away from where I'm staying right now in Minnesota. So I was like, well, I'll probably go and do, maybe try my hand at a little vlog entry. Ignore the phone. So I brought this. I didn't bring a water bottle because, you know, I'm in like a little mini apartment, so I bought bigger water bottles. So anyways, I don't know why I'm explaining this. But what I do have is like a typical water bottle that you'd get like at a gas station or something. I did try this, and I apologize that I didn't take pictures or anything. I did try this with my usual Camelback Shoot 750 milliliter water bottle, and it fit in there fine. This is a great pocket. You know, it's very stretchy, and it works really well. And there is a little doodad here if you wanted to keep it from falling out, like if you're going to take this like biking, or if you're hiking but you're also going to be doing the Beatles twist and shout all the way up the mountain and you're worried that your water bottle might twist and shout its way off the cliff, you could put your water bottle in here. I'm not used to doing this sitting down either, but I found out that this was the easiest way to set up my equipment, so I'm enjoying being lazy. But you could, you know, put this in here and then you could secure it in there. I honestly don't know if that's what this is for. That's what I'm guessing it's for, because it just kind of fits down in there, and I'm not really sure what it's for, but that's what I'm using it for. So you can do it that way. So yeah, great little water bottle pocket. Kind of just folds out of the way if you're not using it. Great for a tripod or a water bottle or anything like that. Next up is we have handles. Now, in a weird twist of events, the handle on the side is thicker and better than the handle up top. Now typically it's the other way around. If you look at like the Boundary Prima system, that one comes to mind. The handle up top is like a big meaty handle and the handle on the side is like a little wee little guy. This is a little different because this handle on the side here, though, I mean, it's a webbing material over like a nice foam cushion pattern. Let me just say, like, whoo-wee, this is, for one, it's big and it's nice. And I thought maybe it would get in the way of this like compression strap and stuff, and it honestly it doesn't. But this thing is just, it's nice and it's big, and it's even, you can fit 2 hands around this thing. And then the guy up top here is the same material, same pattern cushion and everything, but it's just a little bit smaller. And it works really well because I don't know, it's weird to find that the one on the side is bigger but the one up top is smaller. But these handles are amazing, and since I drove up here, you know, there was a lot of times where I was throwing it in and out of my truck on the way up, or you know, I stayed at like 3 different hotels on the way up because I took my time getting up here because I did some sightseeing. So you know, I'm always tossing it around in hotel rooms and everything, and I've you know, so I'm always, you know how I am when it comes to handles. I mean, if you've seen any of my videos, you know the handles are a huge part of what I like. So these handles are amazing, and I really, they feel really good. Okay, all right, we're gonna move on from the handles. We'll move on to the straps because I could sit here and talk about those for way too long. So we're talking about straps. Here we go. So like I said, you have these load lifters right here, right, which are magnetic, and these make the bag insanely comfortable. This whole bag is comfortable. It does have hip straps. I did not get them because, as many of you probably know, I'm not a huge fan of hip straps. Usually they're either in the way or they don't do enough for me. My bag's never packed out enough to really justify using them. And if I don't use them, then they take up space inside my bag. But they do sell hip straps with this, but honestly, this bag is very comfortable without them. And I have this bagged out. I have this bagged out pretty much at almost max capacity. This is a 35 liter bag. I didn't say that up top, but this is a 35 liter bag, and it carries like a 40 liter or a 45 liter even. I mean, the amount of stuff you can fit in this thing, but as small as it is, it honestly, when I packed it the first time, it kind of blew my mind. But these straps are insanely comfortable. Very nice foam padding. Like everything on this bag that has like the foam, like the straps and the handles and stuff, it's very comfortable. So this bag is a treat, an absolute treat. I'll show you this sternum strap. Look, it's a pretty basic sternum strap when it comes to, it's nothing fancy, no magnetic, nothing like that. It does have on my Kanai Sriracha pack or Sarkina pack, it has that built-in whistle, which I think is like a really cool security measure. It's supposed to be, it can be used as like a rape whistle, or if you're getting mugged, or if you want to just whistle because you like to whistle. So it's a really cool security feature, or you know, to get someone's attention, anything like that. But as far as sternum straps go, you know, it works really well. I used it when I was walking around, keeps the bag nice and tight, and it works. And then, you know, load straps are really easy to adjust as well. So overall, carrying this bag is very comfortable. It's a very comfortable carry. It's a bag that if the daily carry carries anything like this, it's going to be a very comfortable daily carry. But if you were, you know, going across Europe or America, and you're, you know, staying at hostels or cheap Airbnbs, and you were, you know, be carrying a bag a lot, this is a bag that I would be okay with carrying a lot, because as far as comfortable bags go, this is definitely in the top tier, because the way the weight is just distributed across the bag, because of the way you kind of have to pack it, the way the load lifting straps work, and the way just the straps are comfortable, it works really well. It has a lot going in its favor. Okay, next up is branding. Now, when it comes to branding, I've made the joke before that some companies really like to make sure you know who made their bag, and other companies don't really care. Logos are either it can either help a bag or kill a bag. If you have too many logos, or if your logo is too bright and bold, it can kill a bag because it becomes too much. When it comes to this one, all you have is a nice little bluish thing. I don't know what, it's like a shield almost. This is their logo, and that is, besides on their strap right here, there's a wee little guy right here with the same thing. Just that's it for branding. They don't even have the words Minaal on this bag anywhere. is just this little patch logo, which I think is amazing. I love that so much. Very much a company that's like, hey, this is our bag, this is our statement, this is our logo, you know, this is what we made and we're proud of it, but we're not going to throw our name a million different places on it, because we don't have to, because the bag speaks for itself, and I really like that. So with that, as I tangle myself up, we will dive into the rest of the bag. Okay, first up on this bag, when it comes to pockets, is the quick access. You have two quick access pockets. You have a smaller one and a larger one right behind it. Now, even though I drove to Minnesota, what I did is I packed this as if I was flying. So everything you see in here is how I would kind of do it if I was going to be flying, because obviously when you drive, you can kind of cheat a little bit. You wouldn't necessarily put your sunglasses in your bag. You probably have them on your head in case it gets bright, things like that. But what I did is I went ahead and packed this as if I was flying to give you a better idea when it comes to that one bag, travel bag, lifestyle. So up here, all I have are a pair of sunglasses, my Oakleys, and then I have put my phone in here because if I was flying, I would probably put my phone in that pocket, you know, until I get through security and stuff like that. So, and that's it. And this pocket is, you know, about that deep, and it's a fairly wide pocket. It works really well. What I did when I drove up here is I had all my like chargers, and I had a lot of snacks. All my snacks were in that one because, you know, you get hungry when you're driving. So, but really awesome quick access pocket. And there is something else in here that I'm going to try my very best to show you, but it might be difficult. There is a mesh pocket inside of here with a clippy dip for keys. It's kind of hard to show. It does eat up the dimension of the quick access bag, but it has that mesh liner in there. And you know, if I had my car keys, that's definitely where they would go, because that's a good spot. Just kind of put them and forget about them, leave them there until you get back, and that way you don't have to ever worry about them, and they're clipped in, so you don't have to worry about them falling out, which is probably what you'd want to do. And then in the bigger quick access pocket, what I have done, and I found this is really perfect for a lot of different size headphones, is this where I've put my Sennheiser PXC noise canceling Bluetooth headphones. They fit perfectly in that top quick access pocket without eating up too much of the dimension of the first quick access pocket. So I love that those fit right up in there. This one's a little bit bigger. It goes, as you can kind of see, this like little like horseshoe or like half moon. That's pretty much as far down as it goes. It's you know, roughly that big. That'd be a good one to put like snacks or you know, because of the size of this bag, you know, you probably wouldn't be able to bring too much of a tech pouch, which I didn't. This would be a good place to put like chargers, headphones, things like that that you might need, but also that, you know, it's not terrible if you don't have to get to them, kind of thing. But both these quick access pockets are phenomenal. Just absolutely love them. Such a joy and pleasure to use. Like I said, especially even when I was driving, I really like that. Before the main compartment, we're going to switch it up. We're going to go to the laptop compartment. Laptop compartment is this back part of the bag right here. And it only has, I don't know what you'd call this, like 1.5 zip, because it doesn't zip all the way down. It doesn't fold all the way down. And this is kind of weird to show you. Okay, I'm going to be out of frame for a second. I can't really. So up top here is where I have put my MacBook Charger. It just kind of fits perfectly right up there. And then in this little sleeve right here, which is typically like what you do for like business papers and stuff, and it has a little clip right here where you can kind of, you know, keep it nice and tight. This is where I've actually opted to put all my extra charging cables and stuff like that. But this is a perfect sleeve for paper and things like that. And then you got a little sleeve right here for other things. And this is like a business sleeve type paper. But depending on how much you pack out the main side of the bag, it'll kind of eat up into that a little bit, as you can kind of see it bulge a little bit right there. But you do have this option to, you know, keep that nice and tight. Here at the bottom, I have put my hard drive that I always travel with, and that's because this pocket, the way the laptop suspension system is, you can kind of have room at the top and at the bottom to put extra things. So I opted to put, all my tech stuff back here, because if I do need to get into it, with the way this zipper is, I could, if I needed to get something at the bottom, I can just open it right there and grab it. And then if I need to get something at the top, I can just open it right here and grab it. So with this laptop, what they've done, what Minaal has done, and I don't know why I said it like that, but what they've done is I've always tucked these things away, but I don't know if you can see in there, you can get at this laptop from the top, or you can get at it from the side. So this is a 13-inch MacBook Pro. They say that this will fit up to a 15-inch laptop. I've seen other reviewers that have 15-inch and they say that it fits nice and snug in there. And then at the top part of this is it's like a double system. So you have your laptop here, and then you have a tablet spot here. This will fit up to an 11-inch tablet. I don't have an 11-inch tablet, but what I do know is that I'm pretty sure it'll fit like an iPad Pro. I believe so. I believe it'll fit an iPad Pro. So this double suspension system, it's completely off the bottom of the bag. It's also completely off this side of the bag. It's completely suspended in the middle of this frame. So no matter what happens to your bag, your laptop is completely protected 360 all the way around. And then at the top here, you have a little spot for pins. Pins, or drugs or pens, whatever you want to put up there, absolutely perfect for that. And that is the entire laptop compartment. This is difficult without my normal table. I apologize if some of these angles are a little weird. With that, I'm going to show you my favorite thing, and I had this on my Instagram story because I thought it was just, I kept doing it. I was like, this is really fun, and I don't know, maybe I was just bored in a hotel room in Illinois. But you unzip this, right? It's a clamshell opening. And then it just, everything is just right here. It's just a ploop. It's unpacking with a ploop. I like that word. We're going to use ploop. As you can see up top, I have the Minaal packing cubes. We're going to get into these, and they are phenomenal. The way you pack this bag is putting everything on this side, and then you fold it this way. But when you unpack it, it's the opposite. You put it like this, and you unfold it like that. So these packing cubes are completely packed out for everything that I have for my 3-week stint or 2-week stint, depending on how long I'm up here, in Minnesota. As I said in my vlog video, I did bring 2 bags. I brought 1 bag, which this for my personal clothes, and I brought my Baboon 40-liter go bag, which check out that review if you haven't, for like all my work stuff and equipment, because there's no way I would have been able to bring just 1 bag for everything, because my work, I have to bring a lot of stuff for it. So these are all my clothes. Now, one thing I will say up top too is most of these are packed out with long sleeve, thicker clothing, because it is in like it's like 20 degrees here and it's been snowing. So I brought long sleeves and stuff, and then underneath here I have like a jacket and a pair of sweatpants. So these are not only packed out completely, they're packed out with thick clothing, and on top of that I was still able to bring more than enough clothes for my entire trip. So what I'm going to do for the time being is I want to talk about these cubes in depth, but we're going to put them back over here on the packing side. And what I have here is a pair of sweatpants from MackWeldon, and then I have my new favorite thing in the world, my Boulder Denim hoodie. I know I've mentioned this in like the last 3 videos, but like, it's getting cold, guys. If you live anywhere except for where I live, which is like Florida, if you need a good hoodie at a reasonable price, I just check it out. I'll link it below, just check it out. And then also I have my Boundary Supply. This is kind of like my go-to minimal, what is this called? Dop kit. So this is my dop kit of choice for this trip. That was all right here. But then I'm gonna move all of this, right? Because you have internal stuff. You have internal stuff. right? You have two internal packing compartments. Now what I've chosen to do is pack personal items, underwear and socks. So I have all my socks down here, and then my underwear up here in the mesh compartment. And what I found in doing this is I was able to, because you know underwear and socks are going to pack pretty flat because they're pretty thin, they're thin material. I found that I can pack this thin enough that when I have my thick jacket and my sweatpants and my DOP kit, everything fits perfectly, and I love that. This is kind of what I was getting at when it comes to this bag. Is one thing that I really appreciate about a bag, especially if it's one that you're going to be using a lot, is thought and design into the little things. The little things is what makes or breaks a bag, and for the most part, in my opinion. And you know, they took this bag and they're like, okay, well, how can we make this the easiest bag to pack? Okay, well, we have packing cubes that fit the certain dimensions of this bag, and if they pack them out, no matter how much they pack them out, as long as they close them, they can put them on this side, and then that still leaves enough room where they can put stuff on this side, and then they can even lay a couple things on top and still have plenty of room left in this bag to close it up. And that's why I said, like, this is a 35-liter bag, but these are the same amount of clothing that I fit in a 40-liter bag when I was, you know, before I made the decision to buy this bag to bring up here. And it's the same amount of clothing, and I honestly almost have more room in this bag than I did in a couple other 40-liter bags that I'm not naming by names because we're going to review them. But it's kind of insane. Like, and I don't know, I sound probably weird, but just the idea that it's such an integrated packing system, and there's another bag that's coming up that have like their own specific packing cubes that can fit to pack it. And I think that's a really big bonus if you have a bag that has specific packing cubes. Yes, they do usually cost extra, and you know, these did cost extra. These don't come with it, but it made it so worth it. Like this was 100% worth it to buy these with the bag, because it makes the packing experience insane. And I probably sound insane because I'm like gushing over the fact that this bag has packing cubes that fit into it, but hey man, that's what you get when you come to this channel. You get whatever you get. Okay, so real quick with these packing cubes, these are designed with the lightest, strongest material they could find. I don't have that in front of me, but basically what they wanted a packing cube, right, that you could compress down. These aren't compression, but you know, you can pretty much yank these suckers all the way down. And like in this one I have an extra little hoodie and another long sleeve, but like with these packing cubes, right, these things, because you have mesh on one side and then you have the Minaal logo on the other side, they wanted a packing cube that you could pretty much scrunch down into nothing, but then pack it out heavily and it would still be able to withstand it. That's cool. I like that. So what you do for packing, right? I just want to show you how to pack this bag real quick. This is the clamshell, other side of the clamshell. You can kind of see this is this little bump right here is where that rain cover is. But once it's packed in, it just kind of nice and folds away. So you got your big packing cube, goes right there, and then the other two go right here. And then what I do is I put my hoodie, right, and then my sweatpants, and I threw this over here as well. Oh, crap. And my toiletry kit, and then you just close it, and you zip around, and it works super well. Now it looks a little thin because the laptop sleeve isn't packed out. But what they also have on this bag, in case you needed them, which I guess you could use them if you really wanted to pack this out, is you can do compression straps. They have them on both sides where you can make this bag even smaller if you needed to. I'm not typically the kind of person that uses compression straps that much. Just never really felt like they made that big of a difference. They usually just make my bag look funny, and then I get worried that they're going to have a permanent crease, because, you know, style is half of traveling. That's not true. It's more like 10% of traveling, but it's still a part of traveling, because you want to look somewhat stylish with your bag and accessories. That's it, man. That's all there is to it. I think I hit every beat that I wanted to hit, probably hit them a little bit more than I should have, but this Minaal Carry-On 2.0 honestly is a game changer in my opinion. For the way I've traveled before, this changed the game for me, and I've been doing this for a few years now, and I've used quite a few different bags, and this changed a lot. If you're looking for a bag that asks you, again, you know, and this is a question that I really think it's a bonus if a bag asks you this, you know, what do you need to bring? What can you bring and what should you leave behind? This bag asked me that question, and I think I answered it pretty well. I brought everything that I realistically needed on this trip. And a bag that asks you that is perfect because it allows you to pack exactly what you need, and exactly what you need for your trip is exactly what you need. That's how it works. But as far as a one bag travel bag goes, this thing's insane. It's amazing. I absolutely love this bag. I really love the company. I really love talking to them. That might be part of the joy of using this bag, is just knowing that the people I talk to on their Instagram, through email, and things like that, you know, just talking to them, and when you talk to a company and you find out that they're not assholes and that they're nice and that they care, I think that just makes using their product so much more enjoyable, because you're like, wow, these people, like, they're nice people and it's a good product, like, I like this company. Because, you know, there are companies I've spoken to where they're penises, like, they're straight up penises, and it sucks, and I don't buy those products, because if your customer support is crappy, then I'm probably not going to bother with you. That's just how it is. Minaal, on the other hand, is not like that. So, Carry-On 2.0, get your hands on this bag. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or would like to see additional photos or videos of anything, because I know that this angle and everything is a little different than what I've done before, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to reach out, send you extra pictures, videos, whatever you might need, answer any questions or comments or concerns that you have. If you have this bag yourself, let me know what you think of it, and if you've used it longer than me, which I would imagine you probably have, let me know if there's any tips or tricks that you would like to share with everybody that I can then, you know, also use myself and maybe do a follow-up video on if I get enough of them. So check it out, Minaal.com. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and if you could leave this video a like, that sure as heck helps out a lot. If you could subscribe for more content that's nonsense like this, that would be cool too. Thank you guys again so very much for watching and liking and supporting this channel. It means the world to me. I absolutely love doing this. I love hearing back from y'all. So I guess with that, I will see you hopefully next week.